Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. It's career mode. It's episode 106. Santos Tour Down Under. There's really only two stages that matter on this one. The rest are all sprint stages, but I didn't bring the sprinters to this one. I brought our punchers and our climbers to get up Willunga Hill and go GC focus on this one. So we're bypassing the other four stages. This it's just a punchy finish. That's really all it is. So we'll go for that overall. We'll try to go for that stage victory, but mostly it's going to come down to the Willunga Hill stage, as that will split the field along that climb. One thing I have noticed through this one is there are a few new colors in the Peloton. Us specifically, but more than just us, some other teams. So we will take a little bit of time in this episode to take a look and see what the new colors are, what the new sponsors are within the Peloton. But otherwise, we're setting ourselves up for the final bit of this stage. Generally, this race contains poor race day condition, and it's usually a result of the weather. We're in the summer in Australia, and Berwick, I'm not sure he's going to finish this task and get this water up here. And actually, the Peloton just split again as we're approaching the end, and those guys are not going to get water this final time. I'm not sure they're going to get to the end of this thing without water. Berwick, his task was to bring water, but he has failed to do so. We're going to have to use Johnson to complete this task now. That's rather unfortunate. It's also a sign, though, of just how difficult this race has been made. But with a big downhill section, I expect there to be a bit of recovery, both for Berwick and throughout the Peloton. For me, at the moment, I'm looking at our new color scheme, this red and white checkered board. And for me right now, it does nothing but remind me of recently watching the Queen's Gambit. So this is our Queen's Gambit color scheme this season. Queen's Gambit, by the way, really freaking good. Really good. Oh gosh, what's her name? Anya Joy Taylor or something like that. Very good actress, by the way. I liked her back in Split and Glass. M. Night Shyamalan. I like M. Night Shyamalan. Big fan there. But yeah, Queen's Gambit was really good. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't given it a chance, with or without being a chess fan, it is a good miniseries. Speaking of, I actually did play some chess when I was younger. I haven't played in years, but I taught myself how to play chess in the 3rd grade reading a book during our class reading time that we had every day. And then immediately after the reading time, we had a game time. So I'd sit next to the wall, under the table, on the floor, reading the book for whatever X amount of time we were supposed to be reading, and then follow that up in the game time with the book still there at a chessboard and by myself practicing, and then eventually with another kid in class. I was a chess champion just a single time, and it was in middle school, so wasn't fantastic or anything. I did play into my early 20s on oh gosh, what was it, like Yahoo Games or something like that, but haven't played since. All right, now let's set ourselves up for this one. Just 12K left to go. Berwick has almost fully recovered, so actually all that fatigue in the field is not just somewhat gone, it's gone. For Mark, 81 hill rating, we'll put him on the back. I think it's going to be Rodriguez. 75 and that 82. But would normally be the other guy, but he's really bad today. Johnson is looking pretty dang good, so we'll put him next. Wykinkis would generally be the one before that, but also really bad race day condition. I was mentioning the weather, right? The weather normally leads to bad race day condition in this race. Weather's fine today, considering what it normally is. Shouldn't have had any impact. So all these negative race day conditions, just bad luck. Let's see, Killen. Probably next, yeah. Yeah, we're going to use up our early puncher guys today in the lead up, just because of how weak they are today. In particular, not normally, but today, yes. It's -3s. No good. All right, Berwick, lead us out. Let's get this thing moving. The final climb is short and steep, but you kind of have that uphill lead out to that. Berwick, bring us forward. Let's get White Kinkus ready. 10K to go now. And let's make life difficult for everyone else. Now 9K, Berwick. Push a little harder now. Let's toughen this up. We're going to begin that climb. We're already going slightly uphill, but we're going to begin that climb here in just a moment. There we go. It's starting to ramp up. 2.5. Berwick's already done, so let's go on to White Kinkus, especially now that we're into the hills. Over 3, that's going to kick off. Goodbye, Berwick. White Kinkus. See how he's doing a little bit of damage because of the pace, but it's already down to 6K, so we're pushing. 5K. Those last gels going.
The riders are entering the
Save
last
for
5
Mark
kilometers of the stage.
a little bit longer. No, you know what? We're already into that final stretch. 4.8. Kinkus, just continue on your own pace here. On to Eric Butt. 96. Okay, last gel. Okay, he gets over the top. We'll 99 this for a moment. Killen hopefully has a better downhill rating. No, he doesn't. Guess we have a downhill here for just a moment. $2.1K, and we're in that strong position here, setting this up. Three riders, 1.7K. Johnson, come on. Here come the other teams bursting past us, even though we were going 99. 1.1. Rodriguez, that's sprint territory for you. Come on, we're falling backwards. That's frustrating that we're going backwards like that. 600 meters for Mark. Come on, punchy guy. Can you get podium? Can he get up there? Movie star looking for a 2-3. Mataway takes the win. Holy cow, he just flew. For Mark's red bar is gone, so it's not like we did something wrong. The other teams were just stronger. Kamna second. Oliveiro third. Simon Yates for Mark gets up to 5th place. Rodriguez 7th. Tiny gaps, not sure any of them will be given. If they are, Mataway is the most likely to earn some sort of gap. Tiny gaps along here. I'm guessing everybody's going to be same time. I'm thinking even Wykankis in 51st. At this whole group, that's where we're likely to see our first split. Let's see if that's the case. That's going to be about 100 riders on the same time, even though it's 8 minutes already.
Now for the best moments of the day.
That's my guess. There's a good 6-minute spread there, but I'm guessing it's all same time. Mataway does get his gap. He gets the 13-second lead. That's scary. Oh my goodness, they gave a gap. David Killen, last one in the front group, 20 riders, and then 55, and then Guillaume Martin leads the next group at 1:06. Oh, I did not expect that. Then it's all same time. Not to Berwick, but to the groups just ahead of that. So they found some splits. Dang, Berwick was next to last. Machete was long gone before we got near the end. He was almost 6 minutes back, but Berwick was with Arnaud Demar, but he did his work. He was tired. He fell back. I get that. Yeah, that's nice. Just the top 20 on the same time. Mataway with a serious advantage here. He's going to be difficult to overtake. Stage 5, the Queen's stage, Willunga Hill. We're going to hit it twice. We're not too far away from it now. This is the first race in 3 years that we didn't have to get an invite to. Also, the first time we've been here in 3 years because, well, they don't do invites on this one because it's early January and it's too late to set teams up for that. For whatever reason, the game just doesn't give them. But as we prepare for that first climb, let's prepare by getting out near the front. Last 2 riders of the break have been reeled in, so as we hit it the first time, there is no breakaway. 3.4K, 7.5%. This is not a hard climb as far as climbs go, but it's high tempo and it's early season where most riders come in lacking fitness. Now, this is one where Australian riders usually do have a small advantage. Small advantage being they have the national championships, they have the home race, they come in at a higher fitness level than most other riders do. Fatigue up and down the field, as we've hit the plateau at the top, we're going to go downhill and then turn around and come right back up again. But we'll get a decent amount of recovery here. Rodriguez already back to 100%. Looks like for Mark's going to be pretty good. And Wykankis, who's on a 0 today. Race day condition is pretty neutral. It's a -1 as a team. Sorry, -3 as a team. The expected was a -2. The weather was about 2 degrees warmer than it was just the other day. And that is just enough to make a second rider feel the heat. So Rodriguez, maybe we use Rodriguez for this one, or no, we'll do the same thing. Save for Mark, use for Mark last. Wykankis is going to be the speed lead out for him this time. I think we're going to use Eric Butt a little bit earlier. Berwick is looking the stronger one today. Yeah, 78. Johnson, we'll get Eric Butt, and then David Killen, yeah, 73.70. And we're going to have to go hard. It's already down to just 7.9K, so we need to get out there, bring the team forward, and take control of this thing, get to the front. I have done well here before. I've had decent results. I've had good results. I don't think I've ever had a bad result on Willunga Hill, so let's see if we can manage something decent on this one. Every few hundred meters we'll add in the next guy. Okay, Killen's done. And we're already on the base of this final climb. So start going pretty hard here. We'll set a 97 pace with a good puncher, which means it's all punch for him. And finally for Mark going. You can see he's doing a little damage to those mountain guys behind him. It's actually already down to 2.6K anyway. Eric Butt, I'm going to let him continue on at his 95. See if he can carry on towards the top. Johnson, Berwick are unfortunately both done. So we go on to Wykankis, who's another guy who's definitely a puncher. So we want to hit about a 95 here. Eric Butt gets slight separation, but you can see how quickly that red bar makes a big difference. Not a fan that Johnson and Berwick just did not have enough left in the tank to contribute, because as a result, I lost 2 riders out of this mix, and that definitely hurt us. 1.6K. Wykankis, 99. You got the yellow bar, but you're going to lose a little tempo. 1.5K. Here comes the quicker teams, and we're going to have to respond. 1.4K. It levels off before the finish, so we don't finish directly at the top. So we've only got about 600-700 meters of climbing now. So Rodriguez, come on. Yes. No, that's not the top. That is not the top. Rodriguez, keep going a little longer. There you go. And for Mark's got a chance here. Oh, gosh, it's Mataway. How is Mataway second overall? There's got to be a sprinter who has won enough stages. That's not a sprinter. That's a puncher. How's he in the lead? Oh, he's a sprinter. 85-83. Holy cow, he is a sprinter. Chomillas, the new top sprinter, apparently. Van Aert. I'd say Van Aert should be a little higher than he is. 900 meters. That's Rodriguez now 99 territory, and for him, sprinted out.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
Give Vermark a little bit for the finish line. Mataway is not going to be beaten, I don't think, but can we grab second and third? Looks like Rodriguez is trying to cut off. He's trying to shove Vermark into the wall, but we do grab second and third ahead of Van Aert, who I said should be a real favorite on this one. Why can't get grabbed seventh? 6 seconds, 4 seconds to those two guys. Should put them in the mix. Chomillas finishes 19th and in the group. No gaps there. Really no gaps at all through the front. Maybe the front 31 to the next 61. They might have a small gap. Killen's group should be a bit behind. But not the kind of spread. Nowhere near the spread we got on the other stage, surprisingly. That was pretty strung out. Those time bonuses will have an impact. I think we'll find ourselves in the top 5.
Now for the race highlights.
But I have no idea what the sprinters have done. Chomillas clearly was near the top, but were any other sprinters near the top? I have no idea. I was not paying attention to what the standings looked like, other than we were in that top 20 with Mataway having a bit of an advantage. So Mataway reclaims the win. Chomillas hangs on for second. Rodriguez gets onto the podium, third place. Kamna slips to fourth. That makes sense because he was second on that previous stage. Vermark gains the bonus seconds to get up to fifth. Chomillas was the only sprinter who was in that group of 20 and who gained time in subsequent stages. Van Aert clearly gets best of the rest in sixth. Mohoric was up there. Johnson and Killen were near the bottom of the list. It was down to 16. That group shrunk by 4. Was there any time gaps? Nothing at the front. Mataway did not get any bonus time, and no splitsies. Not at 35, and not until 110. Filippo Ganna at 110th at probably 2 minutes and 48 seconds or something like that gets same time as leader. But like I said, it was quite bunched together. It was really hard to find separation in there. I thought I saw separation right around here. Thought it might be enough. Was not, but doesn't matter. We grab a podium place with Pavel Rodriguez. Kevin Vermark gets 5th. The final stage, there was still one to go. Chomillas grabs another stage victory. He is so dominant with that sprint 85. Holy cow. Ackerman 82s. Ewan 83-84. Ekhoff has an 84-79. Kane Groves is an 82-81 these days. Van Aert still excellent, but never topped 80 in his sprint. Koish up to an 80-81. That's still just 24 years of age. Gaviria 82-81. Plus 30 now. He's 31 years old. What's Ewan? 31. Ackerman 32. Ekhoff still just 28. Groves is 27. Van Aert now 31. Moschetti 81-80. Groenewegen now 32 years of age. 82-83. Sam Bennett at 35. Starting to slip. We're seeing regression here. 80-80. DeMar 78-77, 34, so he's really starting to slip. With the general, Chomillas takes the win. A sprinter has won. I think we have seen Caleb Ewan Has Ewan grabbed an overall? He's taken tons of stages there. Just like I was just commenting about Australians come in with a bit of advantage as they come in fit where others are building fitness. So Ewan has won lots of stages at Santos Tour Down Under, but I'm not sure he's claimed an overall win. Willunga Hill, Richie Port obviously has won at the top many times, but I'm not sure if Ewan has taken an overall. I know that, like, say, Peter Sagan has won the overall once at California, Tour of California, whatever the title is on that one, but it was favorable. It was a bit less climby that year, and the one tougher climb he committed to and had team support and survived right at the back of the group and didn't lose time and won enough sprints to claim the overall on that one. But that was favorable conditions that year. This is a consistent route that Willunga Hill is just hard enough, just fast enough that there's almost always 3, 4, 5 riders who break clear, which we kind of did here, but the separation was just tight enough that everybody ended up on the same time. Mataway then only grabs second place. Rodriguez does hang on to third. Vermark hangs on to fifth. And 2 more riders in the top 16. That final stage, Wykankis must have had a fall that took him out of the race and will take him out of contention for months. Patellar tendon tear. Ouch. I know from experience. Ouch, 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 ouch. We already nailed down our first bonus of the year. Rodriguez, that top 3 gains us triple pluses in the noteworthy results. And like I said, we're going to need a lot of noteworthy results. I think our overall results, sponsor-wise, we'll have no problem maxing that out. The noteworthy results need to push us higher because the registered riders will be good, but that squad eval is always going to be bad. Just a reminder, we're not going to talk about this much this season, but early on, we'll kind of point it until it sticks in everyone's memory. We have great renown as a team, but we have 0 Belgian riders. So we have a 0 evaluation for these 4. That's all we're going to get for squad eval all year long. That is going to hurt us a bit. That sponsor confidence is going to be quite a bit lower than it could or should. You can see the results, registered riders, because we haven't had an objective yet, are sitting at a default 80%. But that squad eval definitely brought us down. And we were right here on the edge. That's 85. So it's bringing us down a good 18%. We're being hurt by about 18%. So that's a fair bit. That's going to be a bit to overcome. So it's an extra 18% we've got to make up for elsewhere. Noteworthy results. You can already see we just picked up about 2%. 16 to go to make up for that deficit. This many years into the playthrough, the World Tour has a very different look. There's a few Continental Pro teams that have climbed to World Tour level, like ourselves. Continental team originally. But then the others are new sponsors, replacing old sponsors, still same teams. AG2R is here, but Androni has come up from Continental Pro. Astana's still here. Bahrain development team who overtook. Bahrain McLaren went down. Bahrain development team had replaced them, but now both teams, Bahrain McLaren has climbed back into the World Tour. Now both teams are here at World Tour level with the same jersey, other than a couple secondary sponsors being different. You can see right at the top of the image, the badge is different. The secondary sponsors are different, but the Bahrain McLaren partnership is identical, and the jersey color is identical. That's going to be really hard to pick out in the Peloton. It's also going to be a little deceiving because you're going to see double orange and red. Bora Hansgrohe still here. They've actually, I think they climbed back up. I think they were relegated in one of the early seasons. Carglass has taken over sponsorship of one of the teams. I believe it's a change of sponsorship. CCC had been down, I think, at one point, but they've been World Tour every other year. Kind of Quick Step still here. EF still here. Jumbo Visma still here. Le Gruppetto. Gruppetto has taken over sponsorship. That's, I think, a change this season. So Carglass and those have both just changed this year. Memil CCN has come up from Continental Pro. Movistar was down just back this season. They were our main competitor in Continental Pro last year. Split SE took over sponsorship a couple of years back. Ineos still here. Sunweb still here. UAE still here. And we have come in as Wall Construct this season with that new sponsorship. I won't have too much trouble confusing us with anybody else, especially with that checkered pattern. The Bahrain McLaren one is going to be quite confusing. The rest of it, teams stand out well enough. Differentiation is there, recognizable. As for what's down in Continental Pro, still a lot of the same sponsors, but a few different ones. Israel Startup, that's who we bumped out to get into World Tour, so they are down. Lotto Sudal down there. Mitchelton Scott went down this season. I think that's who Movistar replaced. NTT. I think NTT was all the way down to Continental and now rebounding. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.